I'm one of those people that really like to change things if they've been sitting there for a while. My desk setup has been the same for a little while, and I thought that I'd show you my new one, which I've just constructed. And what? Did you hear something just then? What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm going to show you my new setup, and you know what? Let's actually just build it. So first we have our laptop, which is the M3 MacBook Air from 2024, and this thing is my daily driver, which is the best thing I've ever bought. I do all my editing on this thing, and this video is actually being edited on right now. I've never had an app crash on it. I have had some apps pause, but yeah, this is just the best laptop I have ever owned. And also the stand that it is sitting on is the Ugreen tablet stand for desk, which is just a really great stand that I use and thought I should include it. Okay, so now onto the monitor and its stand. So first up we have the monitor stand, and for it we have this 2-arm mount from MountUp, and it is called the dual monitor desk mount. And for the monitor, it's a pretty good monitor, and it's served me for a long time, and it's the AOC 27B36H 27-inch FHD 100Hz monitor. And with these two together, this makes for a perfect monitor setup, and I really like using it. For my headphones, I have the new AirPods Pro 3, and these are amazing after having switched from the Bose. These are absolutely incredible, just having head gestures, noise cancellation that is actually good, and even case gestures, it is insane. But you're probably wondering, where do I charge these? I have a MagSafe mount underneath my monitor, which was from the print files of Scott Eugen's membership for his channel, and it is really good. So yeah, these earphones fit in my ears really well, and because I use a Mac and an iPhone, these things pair seamlessly between the two. So for the peripherals, for my keyboard, I'm using the Apple Magic Keyboard without Touch ID, but sometimes I decide to switch to this mechanical keyboard from Drop, and it's called the Drop Alt. If you're wanting to pick one up, it's a very good keyboard, and mine came with Cherry MX Browns, so a very good sounding keyboard at that. And for the mouse, I'm actually using a Bambu Lab mouse kit that I 3D printed the mouse for, so yeah, that's pretty cool. I do suggest picking these up from the Bambu Lab website because the glide is insane with these things. I was not expecting much, but this thing just flew off the desk. It is also a silent mouse, so that's really good. And for a mouse pad, I use one of my random cubing mats I had around, and I think it's medium sized, so yeah, it serves me well and I can take it with me wherever I need. For my charging setup, as you'll know from the last video, I have two of these little retractable cable things, but I actually don't use both of them. So I took one off underneath the desk to use as a portable one, and the other one is still in use at my desk. It's a USB-C from Fazgear, and it's one of those things that are just really nice to use. So also moving over to the side, I have two of these. I don't actually know what they're called, but I can plug cords into them, and I've got two of them. They're really good for charging all of my power drawing items as well. So I use an Apple Watch, and when I'm sitting at my desk, I prefer to charge it, but when there's a cable sitting on the desk, it just takes away focus from the task at hand. So I 3D printed this side mount, so I can just throw my watch onto, snap ending magnetically, and it's always charged when I need it to be. If you've watched the other video, you'll probably know that this sitting over just on top of my desk is the infamous touch lamp. So yeah, it is still around, and you probably saw it in the intro for this video. Coming over to my iPad, I have the perfect setup where the cord can still reach it, as you saw in the last video, even though the cords have moved a bit, and it can be charged plugged in, and of course, storing the keyboard as well as my iPad at the same time. Like any F1 fan, I do like to play a little bit of F1 25. Fingers crossed the F1 26 update will come out soon, and any F1 game, whether it's 18, 20 or 25, even 26 depending on when you're watching this. You will need a dedicated Windows computer, so for mine I have the MSI Trident 3, which has a 1660 Ti and an Intel Core i5 processor. This thing is really good, and it really picks up the frames even on ultra graphics in F1 25. For my pedals, I've repurposed my Flight Sim pedals, and they're the Thrustmaster T-Flight pedals connected through the USB adapter. For my microphone, I use the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB Plus, and it is a USB microphone. It's not excellent, so that's why the audio sounds like this, if you're wondering, and I just think it's nice that I don't have to have an interface, and the mic is on the Audio-Technica boom arm that came with the kit, and I'm just repurposing one of my old pop filters that I had laying around, and I think it's a great microphone if you're just starting out, and I think you should go pick it up. Okay, so now it's time to talk about storage. Not SSD storage, but physical storage. I was going to do a whole separate video for this, but I started that one about 3 times and never even tried to finish it. So moving over to my drawers. The top one is very organized with 3D printed organizers modeled by myself in Fusion 360. So there's a place for everything in here: my bamboo scraper, my paint marker, my pen, my Sharpie, calipers, everything you can see, and even some ear tips for my AirPods. I've also got all my camera batteries in there, and my camera, as always, is in the description below, but as we move down to the drawer just below it is a mess. And I've been trying to figure out what I actually need in there, but after printing out some organizers, it's pretty clear that it's always going to end up like this down here. So I've just decided to leave it in this graveyard where my magic mouse is, and I don't think I'll ever get back to using that. And some other things we have in the bottom drawer. There is an old laptop in there that's never going to get used, and I've also got a clapperboard in here that I 3D printed, and I've been using it to get all the shots for this video, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I think that pretty much concludes this video, and I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.